Now, in continuing with sharing the test link, now we can share the test link to either we share to our students, and in a case where we want to share the test link to maybe a fellow colleague who is also jointly taking the course, we can get a link to view and edit. This to share with a collaborator. Now, if there are two lecturers taking a course, you can use this link to share to the other and send the link to the other lecturer who can also now add his own courses. Now, in adding his own courses, he can simply create a new section. From the last section, he can create a new section and add his own courses. Now, the questions in the first sections are not tampered with. They remain the way they are. So other questions can be added in a new section. Now, to do that, just click on get a link to view and edit. Click on this to get a link to view and edit. Now, users with a Office 365 work or school account can edit this. People in my organization can view and edit. Specific people in my organization can view and edit. Now, this is a general link to users with Office 365 work or school accounts. This is a more narrowed down link for people in our organization. The organization is bellsuniversity.microsoft.com. This is a more specific link to a particular person. So if we pick this, let's click on it. It will ask you for the name of that person. So for instance, if I want to share my form with Dr. Onifade, I can type Onifade. Now, this is Dr. Onifade, so I can select this. So that means Dr. Onifade is a collaborator in this test. So he can view and edit this test. So I can copy this, copy the link and send to Dr. Onifade. So I copy the link here. The link is ready for you to paste. So I can paste it as a message to Dr. Onifade. So I can just put it somewhere here and say Dr. Onifade and put his link on there. So this is the link. Now I want us to take note of something else, or better still, let's come back to this. Always shows, so it shows us that we are sharing the link with somebody else. Now when we're done sharing the link and we don't want it to be shared again, we can come and delete this. So whoever we shared with before can no longer have access to view or edit it. So in the meantime, we'll leave this on. Then we'll now come back to what we share to those who will need to respond. Send and collect responses. Only people in my organization can respond. So we use this and we click copy. Now for that, I'll call it students. So I'll just type students because this is a link we send to the students. So paste it. Now we'll notice that the links are very long. This is a link for Dr. Onifade as a collaborator. This is a link we send to our students to join the test or to take the test. So what I advise that we do is to use a link shortener. Whatever link shortener we're familiar with, we can copy the student link, just copy it and paste it in the link shortener. Now, for this purpose, I'll use t.ly, t.ly. There's bit.ly, there are a couple of other shorteners we could use, but let's use this. This is a link shortener here. This is a URL shortener, so I could just use this as well. So for that, we can paste, Ctrl V, pasted the link, and we shorten it. Now we've shortened the student's link, so we can just copy it. So the whole long story we have here is shortened to this. Just bit.ly/yvin. Now, while that for Dr. Onifade as a collaborator, copy and paste here and also shorten, and I get this NVST. So that is copied and I keep as well for Dr. Onifade as a collaborator. So this is what we have. Now, one more thing is I'll advise that we share the link with our students, the test link with our students at least a week before the test. Now, there is no fear of students accessing the test for as long as the test date is not yet reached. So set the test date and the test time, and we can custom a message to our students to say, take your click. Okay, I'll put a custom message. Can say, um, log into your Microsoft 365 accounts, or let me just put something here. Log into your Office accounts with your with your Office credentials. Log into your Office, log into office.com, office.com with your university Microsoft login detail. So Microsoft detail to and take your tests. Take your, we call the test ICT. Take your ICT 101 exam. Now, dates, I put the dates, time for the time, duration, put the duration. Let's say it's 1 hour. 1 hour. Dates. Now, what date did we use? We used the 7th, okay, 1st of July to 2nd of July. And the duration, let's say we're using the same day, 1st of July, 8 a.m. to, let's say, 9 a.m. That's 1 hour. So we can use 1st of July, Thursday. It's 1st of July, Thursday. 1st of July is Wednesday. Wednesday, 1st of July. Let's say Thursday, 2nd. This is an example. Thursday, 2nd of July, July 2020. 2020, and duration, let's say 1 hour. Okay, time 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Duration 1 hour. Then test link. Test link is what we copied before, our test link. So we can send this to our students a week before the test. The reason I suggest a week before the test is so that if there's any clash with another test, you can be quickly notified. If there's a clash with a lecture, we can be quickly notified to readjust or to reschedule the time of the test. So that is that with scheduling our tests. Thank you, and I hope this is worthwhile and very helpful. Yeah, the next thing we'll like to look at now will um, be harvesting your scores for the tests or for the exams. Now, assuming your students have taken the test, so what you do as a lecturer is to come back to responses. So I'll use this test that's been taken and we'll look at the responses. So this the question area, this is a preview area, this is how it is previewed on the system, and this is the mobile preview. This is how the students see the test on their mobile devices. Now you come back as your staff to responses. So click on responses and you see how many students. We have 3 responses in all. The total average is 17.3. This is already auto calculated for you. Now, this average is after everything has been calculated. So you now come to review. You can say review answers and post score. We're reviewing answers. So in reviewing answers, there are answers that are either auto graded or that will need your own review. Now you can see that this is auto graded, needs review. Now the answers that need review are the ones that need your attention. You need to read it and assign a score. This is over 5. You can assign whatever score you want to assign. This is auto graded. This is auto graded as well. Auto graded. Now this that is auto graded, this is arranging pattern. If it's correct, you would know it's correct or wrong. So it has said this is correct. These two are correct. So you can choose to say, okay, over 2, the order is either wrong or right. So let's just leave it at 0. Now, this is for the survey questions, which has no grade. So it's 0 points. So this is just for our own consumption, not graded. Other things, not graded, not graded. So anything that needs review, you assign the scores as a lecturer, and whatever is auto graded is left the way it is. Left the way it is. If you override an auto graded uh, score, it will always show when you populate your Excel sheets that something doesn't add up. Now this was auto graded because this is the correct answer, and Monkey's Love Banana is also right. So this is correct. Bell's University is in Otta, and Monkey's Love Banana. So this is 5 points. So please, we'll take our time to check the auto grading. So as soon as this is done, you can move on to the next respondent. Now, how many respondents do we have? We have respondents number 5, 6, and 7. So we can move on to the next respondent and see what they have. Now, if you want to grade by question, which sometimes is easier, reading all the questions we have per time. So let's say I want to start with question, let's say uh, question 3. So I can read all question 3 and assign points to my students. So question 3 says write a short essay on COVID. I read what the student writes, assign the points, read what the next student writes, assign points. Let's say this is 2 points for this student. The next student assign points down till I'm done with all the students. I can now move to the next question. The left arrow is to previous question, question 2. These are 2 responses here, and they're also graded 5 points. So what it's saying here is number 2 has 2 options. It's either Bell's University is in Otta, Bell's University is in Otta, and Monkeys Love Banana. Now there are 2 true statements here. Monkeys Love Banana and Bell's University is in Otta. So this person, there are 2 responses. 2 people responded to this with these 2 correct answers. Now one person says Bell's University is in Otta. Now that is just one response. And that person uh, didn't tell us monkeys love banana. So instead of 5, this person gets, let's say, 2.5 or gets 2. There's no decimal point, sorry, for this purpose. We can't do decimal points. It's either 2 whole numbers, so we can give 2 over 5 or 3 over 5 as the lecturer decides. So once that is done, can come back and post your score.